was just in the shower and I just had some thoughts that I feel like I think to myself a lot, but I never like say it, or like I'll talk to, like Ed, or someone, but I don't, like I feel like it comes off as like depressing or like sad. But I just kind of want to like talk to the camera since it's not really like anyone here like actually in front of me. I've just been feeling like kind of bad, and I feel like, I don't know, I've been feeling like this for a little bit, and I don't know if it's depression, like that's always what I think it is, but I don't know, I just feel like this is kind of a feeling that like maybe everyone else feels, and like either we just like don't really talk about it, or whatever. I don't know, life is good for some people, but I have these like different periods like in the year, right? Because I like think of like 2022 and I just think like, oh my god, like it's been a whole year. Like time just kind of like passed, and I feel like I always want to do things and like I say I'm gonna do them, but then I don't do them. Like for one of those things is like making videos and like having a YouTube and like, or just like having a presence, like, and I would just feel like so, I feel a lot of things about it. Like I feel like, I kind of did it, or like I was doing it but then I'm inconsistent and so it looks bad, or like, people really don't give a shit, and like the people, that follow me on socials are like people that I went to school with, so it's kind of like embarrassing, or like, I don't know, like it's always something, or like I want to make really cool videos and like something that's so basic, but then I like shy away because it's a lot of work, and not necessarily because it's a lot of work, but it's just like I can't put all my focus like into something like that because I have other things that I need to kind of focus on, like school and work and I don't know, just life in general. I don't know, I think so much about it, but then time just slips and another year passes, and I always think like, wow, like maybe if I was just, did it, like maybe I'd be in a different place. I don't know. Or I think like with my job, I work full time and it's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. And I just feel like so beat after. Like I don't want to do anything, and just like when I first started this job, I was like, wow, I can really see why people like after work like go and like eat some fast food and go home and watch TV and then go to sleep and do the same the next day, because it's like it just takes so much out of you. And also I feel like I'm not living my life. Like I'm at this job most of my time, and like what am I doing? Like life is just kind of like slipping away, and like whenever I talk about this with people, everyone's just kind of like the mentality like, yeah, that's life, or like that's just how it is, or okay, like what are you gonna do to like change it, or something, it's just, I don't know why sometimes I just feel like I just want someone to be like, yeah, like I feel the same way, like it fucking sucks, and like it shouldn't be like this. I don't know, but then I don't want to like sulk in the, and it is what it is what it isn't, what else, I don't know if that really makes sense. But I always think like I need to find a job or have a job that I can still live my life. Like, I can't do this. Like, I can't be like my dad or my stepmom and just do this for so many years and then retire and then, live your life then. Like, it's just, like, that's depressing to me, and I don't want to live that life. But it's so easy to kind of just stay here, like, yeah, I get a paycheck every 2 weeks, and it's nice, it's stable, it's consistent, in exchange for, like, my time and all the stuff that I do, and, people at work treat you like shit, and it just doesn't feel worth it. Like, this is not life, and it sucks that it's like this, because I don't know, it's like this for a lot of people, and a lot of people feel this way, but I don't know, there has to be, like, something that you can do to not, like, I don't, like, live that life. It's just sad to me, and, like, for other people, it's not, and great, all the power to those people, but, like, for me personally, like, I don't want to do that. But anyway, why I was thinking about this is because over the weekend I had a little accident where I fainted and I bumped my head and I was in the hospital, and I went back to work on Tuesday, but I only went back for like a few hours because I had made a doctor's appointment. Anyway, I got to work, and I work at like a residential building, so I'm like kind of like the office front desk, customer service, answering the phones, attending to residents, yada yada. That's my job. But anyway, I got to work, and I have a headache still. It comes and goes, but I hit my head on the floor, I have a headache. But I was there at work, and so many people were coming in, like, so many people, like, about the problems, with their apartment, and this, and complaint after this, and then calls on top of that, people looking for apartments, and da-da-da-da-da, and I was just, like, thinking in my head, like, sorry, my cats are running around, as you can see. I was just, like, I don't give a shit about any of this. Like, none of this matters. Like, I don't care, that, like, garbage is, like, coming up from, like, the trash chute, like, the air is, like, coming up. Someone, like, wanted to put a complaint about that, or, I need this done, or I thought I should just let you know. I don't know, people are just so rude, and they just are so mean and entitled, and whatever. But I was just like, I literally have a headache right now. And I was in the hospital over the weekend, and I hit my head. Like, why am I here like this? Like, I don't care. And I have a hard time kind of, like, putting up front and, like, acting like I care. But, like, just, like, dude, like, get the out of my face. Like, I really don't care. And I'm like, I don't want to go back. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. Like, it's a corporate job. And then I was thinking about the work itself and how it's such a, like, a validation thing, and I'm sure everyone in whatever work they do, it's just a universal thing, I think, that everyone just wants to feel validated, right? Everyone wants to feel like they're good at what they do, that they know what they're doing. But, like, you don't always get that, And so the times that you don't get that, you feel, like, worthless. Like, you feel, like, and then that's the whole point of, like, your job is your life, you know, but it's not. That's not how it should be. Like, work is not who you are. And that's the problem, is that like we identify so much with what we do, and that we want to do a good job and impress our bosses and move up and make more money. But like, it's like, do you even like what you do, you know? Because I fucking don't. And I hate that I attach so much of myself to that. And I know I'm a good worker, and I know, like, I only started there 6 months ago, and I've learned so much, you know, and I do a good job. But sometimes when I don't get that validation, I'm like, bro, I literally do so much work, like, and you're not giving me what I'm looking for, which is like, you know, fine. But then I feel like I'm not doing a good job, you know, or like people don't like me. But then it's like, Julie, why do you care? Like, you don't even like this job. Like, I've seen that people can literally do nothing and they still walk out with a paycheck. Like, I can do that. But I don't, like, I can't, you know? Like, I'm just like, no, I need to do something, you know? I don't know, it's just... And then I feel lost. And I'm like, what do I want to do? Like, what can I do? You know, like, I don't know what would bring me joy. And I think the thing is that I really want flexibility. Like, I think why, you know, doing social media and stuff like that, although I know it's so much hard work, and I've only done like a little bit of it. Like, I haven't even done like what people do and always posting and making videos and da 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 da. Like, I haven't even done that. But from what I've done, I know that it's so much work. I just feel like that's one of the things that gives you flexibility. Like, 10 years from now, when I want to have a kid, I don't want to go on 3 months of maternity leave and then go back. You know, like, I would rather, like, I don't know, like, work from home and be able to do something, but like still live my life. I just think it's so sad to live a life that you haven't even really lived, you know? And then the time is gone. Like, you're gonna die someday. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't know, do you really want to do this, you know? I don't know. And then I feel lost, and I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do, but I need to make money somehow, and I want flexibility, and I just want to have fun, like, doing whatever it is. And I'm not having fun, and I get, like, sad about it, because it's like, I'm so young, but I feel like time just slips, and, like, soon enough I'll be 30, you know? And am I gonna be doing, like, what I want to do? Or, like, whatever it is. Like, am I gonna be happy? I forgot where I was and what I was saying. Oh, school. Because I'm in school. And the thing with that is that I was originally majoring in psych, you know, because I was thinking maybe I want to do therapy. Like, I love that shit, you know, like self-development and talking about it and helping people. Like, I don't know, even though I need help, but I just like that overall, and like mental health and stuff like that. But then I was like going through the side course, and I was like, I had a breakdown. I was like, I'm dropping out. I can't do this. Like, school is not for me. I've always had that mentality. I don't think it's a good mentality, because I think it like hinders me. But I don't know. I don't really like doing it. So then I was like, oh, you know, social work, and my uncle's a social worker, my brother's a social worker. And, you know, I talked to my uncle a little bit about it, and I was like, yeah, that sounds like what I want to do and stuff like that. So now I'm in the social work track. But it's like I've circled back, right? Like, I'm not going to have a breakdown about social work, because it's fine. It's not psych. It's not as hard, and people are nice. And it was just completely different. So I'm not going to have a breakdown about, you know, social work and doing that path, but it's like I'll have a breakdown about being in school. But it's like, even then, you know, what if I don't want to be a social worker? you know, and the track is that like you get your bachelor's degree and then you go on to get your master's because that's how you make the money or whatever it is, you know. And then it's like people, I don't know, there's a whole other side of it, like with social work, it's not about making money, it's about helping people. And then it's like, well, if you want to make money, you gotta go to your master's. I don't know, it's this whole thing, right? But it's like, what if I don't want to do that? And like that's the thing that scares me. And like Ed will always tell me, like, it doesn't matter if you don't want to do it, like at least you have a bachelor's degree in something. So it's like, if you ever want to just get a job, I mean, that's they're requiring bachelor's degrees now, bachelor degrees and stuff. And I don't know, I feel lost so much, and life just kind of keeps going. And like I said, you know, another year passes and another year passes, and it's like, what am I gonna do? Anyway, you know, on to another thing about like social media and stuff. It's just like, I feel like there's like this thing, right, of like a pretty girl and like the it girl and whatever, and like the clean girl, like aesthetic or whatever the heck it is. And it's all where, you know, you look clean, you're all dolled up, makeup, like bomb ass outfit, going out partying with your friends and da 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 da, right? But I just feel like I'm so far from that. I think as much as I almost like try to embody that, I don't know, like I just feel like I'm not that almost, or like, and then I think like, well, is that what I want to be? And maybe that's just like why it's hard for me, is because I'm not that, and I'm just trying to be something that I'm not. And then I don't know, and it's just, I'm like, oh, that's what everyone likes. And I don't know, this whole thing of like, it's just, everything just seems so unrealistic online, you know, like that's not the way it is. And then there's a whole like gym girl aesthetic. I'm just like telling you what I like get recommended in my feeds. But there's this whole like gym girl aesthetic and being fit, and I'm always like, oh, I want to be fit, like I'm so young. Sorry, I just heard someone like walking. I got scared. But yeah, like going to the gym and lifting weights and being fit and healthy and da 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 da. But then recently, right, like this past weekend, I had that like, I don't know if it was necessarily scare or like an accident or whatever, but I was like, almost like something like this would make me motivated to go to the gym, right? Because it's like, oh, I want to be healthy. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, at the end of the day, that doesn't even matter. Like, I could be the fittest, healthiest, whatever, and still faint. Oh my god, I think my friend's here. Okay. Well, anyway, those were just some of my thoughts. My friend's here now, so I'm gonna go do that. But I don't know if I'm gonna post this, but I'm glad that I kind of did this. Disconnect. Okay. Bye.